The tool aisle at Home Depot is not what it appears to be. The brands you see on those shelves, Ryobi, Ridgid, Milwaukee, Husky, look like the result of a free market. The best tools, at competitive prices, stocked by a retailer that wants to give you the best selection. That is not what is happening. What is actually happening is a carefully structured exclusivity network that decides which brands you are allowed to buy before you walk through the door. And in 2023, when Klein Tools, the tool brand that professional electricians consider a non-negotiable, walked out of Home Depot after 14 years, the mechanism behind that network became visible in a way it had never been before. We are going to show you exactly how it works, who it benefits, and the 3 things you should actually know before you spend another dollar in either store. If you have walked through a Home Depot recently, you might believe you are looking at a competitive marketplace where dozens of professional brands have competed to earn shelf space through performance and price. You see Milwaukee in red, Ryobi in green, Ridgid in orange. You assume these companies are there because contractors and DIYers chose them in open competition. That is an illusion. The reality is that 2 of those 3 brands, Ryobi and Ridgid cordless tools, are contractually exclusive to Home Depot in North America. They cannot be sold at Lowe's, at Target, at Ace Hardware, or anywhere else that competes with Home Depot for the power tool buyer. That exclusivity is not a coincidence of preference. It is a documented commercial agreement extended through 2028. And the company that makes both of those brands for Home Depot also makes Milwaukee, the 3rd brand on that shelf. 1 manufacturer, 3 tiers, 1 store, and every competing retailer is locked out. The architecture that controls which tools you can buy starts with a single company. TTI, Tektronic Industries, a publicly traded conglomerate based in Hong Kong, owns Milwaukee Tool and manages Ryobi and Ridgid cordless tools under license, all sold through exclusive arrangements in North America. In 2018, Home Depot accounted for approximately $3.2 billion of TTI's $7 billion in tools and equipment revenue, meaning a single retailer represented nearly half of the entire North American tool manufacturing output of the world's largest cordless tool company. When your largest customer represents that percentage of your revenue, the relationship stops being a retail partnership and starts being something else. It becomes a dependency that shapes every product decision, every platform choice, and every brand strategy TTI makes for North America. That dependency has consequences that most buyers never see. In 2020, TTI quietly discontinued Ridgid Octane, the mid-tier professional cordless platform that had been building a following among contractors who wanted more than Ryobi, but less than full Milwaukee M18 pricing. The stated reason was internal profitability objectives. The commonly discussed theory in the tool industry is that Ridgid Octane was performing well enough to pull sales from Milwaukee M18, the flagship premium TTI brand. Regardless of the cause, the effect was the same. A contractor who had invested in Ridgid Octane batteries and tools woke up one day to discover the platform was discontinued. Not because the tools were bad, because a corporate profitability calculation made at TTI, informed by the needs of its single largest customer, determined that the platform was no longer useful. The contractor's investment in batteries, chargers, and compatible tools was now stranded. And because no competing brand could get into Home Depot's electrical aisle, there was no comparable alternative waiting on the next shelf over. But the exclusivity system is only half the problem. When Klein Tools announced in February 2023 that it was ending its 14-year exclusive relationship with Home Depot and partnering with Lowe's, the reaction inside Home Depot stores was immediate and documented. Store employees reported electricians walking into the electrical aisle, asking where the Klein Tools were, being told the full line was reduced, and turning around and leaving without buying anything. One Home Depot employee reported in an industry forum that he had lost count of how many times it happened. Every one of those electricians walked across the parking lot. And what Lowe's had done, intentionally, was to identify exactly which brand Home Depot's exclusivity network could not replace. You cannot replace Klein with Milwaukee because Klein is the default electrical hand tool brand in the trade community, and Milwaukee has not historically made that category with the same depth. You cannot replace Klein with a house brand because professionals do not trust house brands for daily use tools. Klein held a position that the exclusivity network, for all its power, could not fill when it was gone. Lowe's has been systematically building around the blind spots that Home Depot's exclusivity creates. By the fourth quarter of 2024, Ego, the premium battery-powered outdoor equipment brand not available at Home Depot, had reached 49.5% unit share in snow removal at Lowe's. Not a niche product. Nearly half the snow removal category at one of the two largest home improvement retailers in the country. Bosch, which Home Depot carries in limited form, has been expanding its presence at Lowe's. DeWalt, traditionally a Home Depot stronghold, gained 11 percentage points in dollar share at Lowe's in the fourth quarter of 2024. Lowe's Total Home Strategy, announced in December 2024, lists Drive Pro penetration as its first growth pillar. The brands Lowe's is using to execute that strategy, Klein, Ego, Bosch, and expanded DeWalt, are all brands that cannot fully operate inside Home Depot's exclusivity agreements. Lowe's competitive advantage is structurally built on what Home Depot cannot carry. So if the system is designed to limit your options, does that mean you should accept it and shop wherever the brands you already own happen to be stocked? No. It means you need to stop shopping by color scheme and start shopping by platform future. Here is what that means in practice. Before you buy into any cordless battery ecosystem at a retail store, the first question to ask is not which tools are in the kit. The first question is whether this platform exists anywhere other than this store. Ryobi and Ridgid are exclusive to Home Depot. That exclusivity is extended through 2028, and no one has publicly committed to what happens after that. If either platform changes, contracts end, or quality decisions shift, you have no alternative retail option. The battery system you are investing in exists only where one retailer decides to carry it. The second thing to know is that the brand you trust may not be the brand making the decision. TTI makes Ryobi, Ridgid, and Milwaukee. Those are not competing visions of what a tool should be. They are tiers within a single corporation's product line, each optimized for a different price point and customer segment. When a decision is made to discontinue a platform, as happened with Ridgid Octane, that decision is made by one company weighing one revenue calculation against another. The brand name on the tool does not protect you from that calculation. The third thing to know is that the best tool deal at either store is often the brand that just changed sides. Klein Tools left Home Depot in 2023 after 14 years. The tools did not change. The factory did not change. The quality standard did not change. What changed was the store that stocks them. A mechanic who built a Klein ecosystem during the Home Depot years now has more Klein SKUs available to them at Lowe's than ever existed at Home Depot. 2,000 unique Klein SKUs, 2 Lowe's exclusive platforms, a double Vendor of the Year award in October 2024. The brand that was the Home Depot electrician's default is now the Lowe's electrician's advantage. If you need Klein Tools today, the exclusivity network that once locked you into one store has now unlocked the other. The tool aisle at either store is a negotiation between corporations, not a curation for you. The brands on the shelf are there because of contracts, margin calculations, and exclusivity agreements, not because someone decided those were the best options for the professional who needs to trust a tool every day. When you understand the system, you can work outside it. Check the platform longevity before you buy the kit. Ask who makes the brand and how many retailers stock it. And when a major brand moves stores, pay attention, because the tools are usually the same and the price is often better for the first year after the switch. If this changed how you see the shelf in front of you, the next time you walk into either store, subscribe. The retail decisions behind those tool aisles are being made faster than most buyers realize, and most of the consequences show up in your garage, not in a press release.